It's a site that has seen more than its fair share of great playoff memories the last few decades, and more could be in store as we've got playoff football again at sold-out Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it'll be a great one between the Toronto Huskies and the New England Patriots. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Jalen Rager on the return. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They'll run it. This is James Robinson. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
The ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On 2nd down now. Hancock, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat off blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
2nd and 11 now. They'll run here with Robinson. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd and 6.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. They run. Robinson. And some space here. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That one good for 13 and a New England 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll run it now with Robinson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. It's 1st and goal, a chance for the first points of this AFC title bout. And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
On 3rd down, Hancock. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
It's now 4th and goal.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The play fake. He'll look to throw. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Nick Bosa showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
Complete to number.
How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley.
The pass.
Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Patriots 7, Huskies nothing.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. You often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up, and then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 33 and a first.
First down, Toronto.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off the air to 32. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
The 28-yard line.
From the gun, Mayfield. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, and now it's 3rd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got an open man. It's Foster. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
On the return, the Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd down, it's Robinson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, good move. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and that will come the offense as they take over.
23-yard line.
Focusing on me, we're from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Saquon Barkley, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 47-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and...
AFC title game, 2nd quarter action. 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down. Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
the gun now on third down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a...
And nothing but daylight ahead.
Oh, my goodness.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Cole Kmet, 51 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6.
For the point after.
On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big playability. They can strike from anywhere.
Jake Elliott set to kick.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Open man, here's Foster.
The pass.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Barkley, the ball carrier.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Flush to his right. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
From 8 yards out. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Point after, right down the middle. And they're back with it, a touchdown at 21-14.
14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield now. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
83, incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
On second down, here's Barkley. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Quick throw going to be caught by Foster. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. Now back to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play, Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 4 yards out. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
3rd and long for Mayfield. He's going to let this one go deep. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there on 3rd down for the Pats. 41 yards.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away from me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
22-yard line.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. 22 yards. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
Jake Elliott.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago. And then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Intercepted.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On the run, it's Robinson. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On third down, Mayfield escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
It's now 4th down and 1.
One quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So this defense gets an assist from the goalpost, and as a result, it's going to keep them within 1 score.
Yeah, and that looked to be good the whole way. But that is a big break here in the 4th quarter of a football game. Now your offense needs to find a way to capitalize.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
He'll look to throw. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down.
First down, Toronto.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots' 15-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
From 13 yards out. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through. And we are tied here in the 4th.
Tie the game. 28-all.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this one likely on the short list for Game of the Year candidates. And boy, did it come in a good one here in the playoffs. All tied in the fourth with a berth to the Super Bowl on the line. Buckle up, everybody. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At the 37-yard line.
Again, it's Robinson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
1st and 10 at the
on first down. Handcuff. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 22-yard line.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. James Robinson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots have moved out in front. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28.
Makes the score Patriots 35. Huskies.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter. This possession, gigantic. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Toronto. He's
back to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
At the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
Back to throw.
2nd and 7.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield to throw. This ball complete to Rager. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Here's Mayfield. Going for the deep ball. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded at about the 28. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Open man is Komet, the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down. This time to the tailback. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
Brought down at the...
Well, partner, recent conference championship games that have been needed to decide who goes to the Super Bowl. What do you got?
Well, if we go back to 2015, how about Green Bay at Seattle? And it looks like Green Bay's got this thing. Russell Wilson to Jermaine Kearse. That gets it done. And then go back to 2010. We think Brett Favre with the Vikings has the destiny, but they're in New Orleans. It's the Saints, and they get it done. And in overtime, go on to the Super Bowl. And they won that one. They beat the Colts, correct?
Yep. A couple of the more memorable ones for sure. They've got the jumbo set out there. A huge play in this overtime session. It's 3rd and inches. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and the Patriots will get a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll keep it on the ground. Hancock. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Throwing. Mayfield. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown.
They're going to win it.
And let the celebration begin. In an overtime thriller, they're off to the Super Bowl. Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side, they're so ecstatic. They're going to the Super Bowl. But for the guys that we're talking about, they've got to figure out how it's going to go next year. Are they going to be motivated by this loss? Or will this loss linger and really make them, make it tough for them to come out of the gate strong next year? Only time will tell. But they've got to find a way to use this loss and use it as motivation.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Hey, can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from me. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, her she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught her the rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked.
Let me explain what I did. Rings and a range.